Hello everyone and welcome back to the 3D section of my channel. I'm sorry for the black box in the corner. I recorded this right after my last, or after this week's live stream, so I forgot to put it off. This is part of the set that I did over the last week and a half of the last week. I started with this on last Friday, and it took me until this week, Wednesday evening, to finish. This is a multi-part piece, and there will be a few videos with different parts. I didn't do all the parts. I didn't record all of it. I recorded the most interesting things. So as you can see, I've started with a cylinder for this one. If you've seen you have seen the splash art of the start. So this is going to be a whip, and this is going to be the grip, the handle. Most of it is really simply I forgot to start the recording basically, so that the first, I think, 2 or 3 minutes missing. Most interesting about this is that what I won't show you is that I actually rigged the thing. So there's a rigging part of this going on that you can't see, but you will see it in the final renders. So you will also see the whole thing that I was working on in the artwork at the end. So last 7 seconds for those of you who only want to see the artwork that I'm doing. Anyhow, the handle was done with simply moving a few pieces and lines and extruding the sides to give it a little bit more depth, and you will see that in the final render that this worked out. Right now I'm working on my first idea. Initially I wanted to do a chain whip, so basically a whip with chain links as the final whip part, and right now I'm working on the links, so the whole thing was supposed to be spider themed, or is supposed to be spider themed, and you will see so in the render as well as the other parts. Partially at least. The initial idea was to have a spider as the link, and this is how I went on about it. I took a grid and I put the form of the spider out of the grid. As you can see, I'm improved the grid with additional edges, so that when I would smooth this down, that it wouldn't completely move out of sync. The only problem that I encountered in a bit is that I couldn't actually give good depth to it, so that this wasn't really working out. As you can see, this isn't really working like I intended to. Right now it looks okay, but you will see in a second, or in a few seconds, that the other side of this is actually hollow, so it's more like a spider-shaped tray or spider-shaped bowl than an actual object. Right now you can see that one side is hollow basically, and this was not what I intended. This was not what I wanted. Then I thought about copy pasting this one and basically putting both halves together, so I would get a so I could use both parts as a single chain link, but this also proved to be not really working in the manner that I wanted it to. So I basically decided otherwise. I had to go to work in between, so basically the skip right now was when I stopped and went to work, and I decided to do a simple braided whip then, and I encountered another problem. So this is a project I have to revisit at some point. Because I wanted initially, when I wanted to do a braided whip, I wanted to do 3 braids, basically, or 3 strands that would be braided. And what I encountered is right there. As you can see, the center point of this is actually moving when I rotate this, because for some reason, either it's me and the symmetry doesn't really work. So when I move this, it rotates somehow. If I rotate it, it doesn't rotate on the center point, but the center point rotates with it. Yeah, I had a few crashes in between. This is why I have another jump in between just now. And in the end, I tried to do it with 3, and I just hoped that I could trick it with the damn it, what's it called? I wanted to trick it with the rigging, but actually this didn't work out, because in rigging I encountered another problem with this. Especially that if I twist the parts, that there is a lot of weird stuff going on. So I have to redo the actual whip part with a I think 4 braids or 4 strands that will be braided in the end. And it isn't really braided, as you can see, it's just twisted, but it looks close enough, and in the render it is small enough that it works out. Also, I intended to go for a bladed end here, which is what I'm currently doing, and I encountered the same problem with the spider, as you will see, and I had to basically use two shells and put them together to have the final blade at the end. And it's so small that you can't see it in the render. It's really that small. Also, there was some issues with the center edge in the end. So if I redo this, or when I redo this, I will redo this. I guess someday next week, when I finally maybe have time for this. When I redo this, I will drop the blade. What I can promise you is that over the course of the next time, I will probably do more whips, because this is a part of or the whole set is for a character I'm playing in D&D. It's a whip user, so I will do a few different whips depending on how the play goes. So if the character dies, obviously not, but I hope that this character doesn't die as fast as the other one, so there's probably the chance for a few more whips there. Yeah, right. In the end, I saw that 2 parts wouldn't work out, so I had to fiddle around and do the second part manually. What would have been a lot of work with the spider, I basically just decided to do manually, and it didn't really work out that well. It wasn't that good of a work. So in the end, the whole blade thing was probably such a problem in itself, such a difficult thing, that I yeah, they should have left it alone, but I didn't want to. My final solution was to copy paste the half that I had, mirror it, and weld both of them together, which made for the blade. Anyhow, that's it for today's video. Yeah, I'm not including the rigging process because this is just a lot of work, and yeah. I hope you still enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I will definitely show you the final result when I redid the whip. So far, next thing you can see is the render and the artwork of the whole character. Thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you again soon.